Listen to the sound of the CLP. Listen to the sound of the CLP.
Another walk and talk day. Thought it was nice. Seemed nice. The sun is shining. So we're going to attempt to walk, right? Because I have a download from last night. And actually, this been on my list for a minute. So I had to gather more information. So when I heard the right things, now I can put it together and just come hold the vibe, you know? I wanted to hold a vibe on Indentured Servant. You know? I know people bugged out on Ye when Ye was saying it was a choice. You know? But they're not looking at the fact that POW had no choice. But what he was talking about was Indentured Servant. You know, so we're gonna hold a vibe on Indentured Servant today, and just my vibration on Indentured Servant, and then y'all can take it and run with it, and you know what I'm saying? It's part of this history here, but also a cover up. Oh yeah, it's all messed up, man. So I'm gonna hop out the car and let's tempt this walk. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Let's hold a vibe. Oof, man, it's a cold 37th today. I don't know if this was gonna happen, but I still gotta hold this vibe, man. Oof. What up, everybody? I hope all is well, and if not, get back on track. You know what I'm saying? Sooner than later, so you can get back to your thing. So you can add to your thing. Oof, what a cold winter morning. But it's winter. It's just supposed to be cold. And I'm not gonna walk. I might as well just hold this bill in the car, man. It's cold out here. You know? Because, you know, we walk and talk. And through the reasoning, we get an understanding so we can take information in. You know what I'm saying? Man, see how nice yesterday was? We were doing that separation talk, the labels and all that, keeping us separated, and how beautiful it was, and the sun is shining, such a nice day. Now look at today. I got this talk I want to get out. So I'm looking to walk back to the car and just hold a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Because once I get to my 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be holding vibes anyway. In the lab, in a nice little area, wherever the download hit me, you feel me? Yeah, man, so, you know, just want to hold a vibe today. Since we're in the Matrix, and we don't know what is what. And there's so much conspiracy, which is true lies. Because now you have to decipher the truth from the lie. That's why it's a conspiracy. You don't know what is what, you know? And for sure, one of the biggest things is history. One of the biggest things is history, and then schools, history is one of the subjects. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, cool. We gotta go to school, we gotta learn, because we gotta grow up and be a productive member of society. Yeah, so we want to be a productive member of society, right? So we go to school to learn. But to be known, right? They're playing a trick on you. First of all, they don't say that this life thing is a game, B. They don't tell you that. They're trying to make this shit seem real and passive. And not aggressive, the passive and easy, and this is not a game. You know what I'm saying? And then they trick you with the misleading information they call education. And the curriculum in the education is to just basically throw you off and keep you unaware of everything that's going on, including you and everything that's going on with you and your growth. But in the Matrix, right, all of that don't teach you nothing about being. They paint a picture of how things can be in the Matrix. And I can live in the Matrix because according to what we are taught, there's nothing else after this. You know what I'm saying? And for the main fact that we're not even taught what's after this, the spiritual world and the spiritual metaphysics is all ignored. People should be questioning that stuff. I've been questioning things, looking for information for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And if in this Matrix is hidden. You know what I'm saying? It's hidden in the occult, under the occult, under mysteries. I can't believe that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when information is coming out, you gotta listen and hear, man. Because now you can put it together. You know? But in this Matrix, there's so much conspiracy, so much true lies. It's all a disguise to hide the truth. You know? I always want to know what's the real history. So I digged a little bit in one of my videos. Some of my writing built. I might have been off. But when information comes, that's when you can say, hey, I might have been looking in the wrong direction for a little bit. But not everything is wrong. But with more and more information, that's where you can put the puzzle together, the pieces together. And that build I wanted to hold on to for a long time, right? Not a long time, but I needed more information on it. Was Indentured Servant. Because Kanye said slavery was a choice and everybody went in on Kanye. And that was that. The conversation ended right there. But nobody looked into what Kanye was saying because it's so outlandish. When you look at the roots and look at the history that we are taught in schools, and look at the Roots movie to back it up. But that's just a movie. And I found out that's from a fictional goddamn book. But I was taken from events that was backwards in history. You know what I'm saying? Because the fictional book is written off historical events. But the characters weren't the characters that they wrote about in that book, and that's where Roots got the information from. Man, look it all up, y'all. Crazy. Yeah, so for a minute, Indentured Servant been on my list to hold the build on, but I know I needed more information. Just like a couple important stuff. You know? And yesterday when I was talking about nationalism and all of that, and you know how carbonated beans is all over the planet in every four corners of the planet, right? It's been like that the whole time. You heard. So, the people that's running the world now, right? When they were up there in Europe, Caucasus, whatever, where they came out, where they popped up at, when they was over there running shit, you know, after receiving information, after being taught, learned all this shit, and then they turned on the people that taught them, because of deceiving, whatever, all that deceivery, trickery, all this shit, right? That went down. So now, all the shit that they taught and they learned about, the carbonated beans that was over here, that was going down over here, the head of the run shit come over here. You know what I mean? And all the carbonated beans were doing their thing over here. And then these niggas popped up. And war ensued, you know what I mean? And basically got taken over. But you know, over here, this place is called the New World. And it's advertised over there. Where they coming from? As a new world, new land. It's crazy, it's wild. But there's gold, there's shit here. You can come in here and start over. You know? So they started sending people over here. You know? Come to fight. We gotta take over. We gotta build a space. Whatever the case is. Y'all get into it. I'm just on my download right now. Right? So when they took over and enslaved some people, and the battling and fighting throughout, I'm assuming the East Coast, because not even the South was taken over yet, you know? Not even the West was conquered yet, you know? I'm assuming the East. The East Coast, 13 colonies and shit. Let's just keep it simple like that. 13 families, 13 colonies and shit. People want to come over here too, because it's the new world and it sucks over there because they done fucked it up. Where they at? And the black people, the carbonated beans over there, all the beans, the light beans, all of them, the white people, everybody that's mixed up over there in Europe, right? Wanted to come to the new world. You know, whatever the case is, it's fucked up here. So we're looking for better, just like it's promoted now, because I'm from Jamaica. And when I was a young man, America was promoted as a land of opportunity where we can come and shine. They ain't promoted as the Matrix. But when you come here, you see that this is a Matrix and it's a conundrum. It's a motherfucking maze that you figure out. But you can win, though, because it's set up that way. You can win, you know what I mean? You gotta play the game, though, and don't get caught up in the trap. So, back then, now, same shit, people want to come over here. And here comes the indentured servant part. Indentured servitude. You know, they done ran up in spots, got enslaved some people, enslaved lands and all of that. And then, well, other carbonated beans from all over the world were starting to come. They are free. And then there's enslaved, at the same time, carbonated beans as well. So, the carbonated beans, that's in Europe, and over that side want to come, but I got no money or anything like that. They would sign these contracts called indentured servitude. Give themselves their bodies for labor, in return for land, for money. You do a contract for whatever you get from it. Most likely land, money and free passage to build and grow your existence, you feel me? And I'm pretty sure that was going on for 100, 200 years. You know? And I can just imagine. You know us people, us niggas and shit. Sometimes you jump into something, hands and foot like, yo, you know what, this gonna be right. But when you get here, and the master, because now you a slave, because you signed yourself away. You signed yourself away to do service for a certain amount of years. So once you sign that contract, you are their slave. They own you. And you know, masters disrespecting, mistreating you, shit-treating you like the POWs. You said, fuck that, I'm out. So niggas be running on their shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that's what went down. And it's been a battle ever since. Because I was asking the question, right? How can they have enslaved people and then free people at the same time in the same land? What kind of shit is that? Now you know. Not everybody were slaves. Not everybody were slaves. Indentured servants are more slaves, and then everybody else is POW that's forced to live that way. You know what I'm saying? And everything is psychological. Because we're not going to get into much of that psychological effect of how people get to accept that life, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure it was just bloody the whole time. It was not cool. But y'all can look into that. But we're just holding a vibe, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to talk about indentured servant for a minute, because indentured servant is a choice. What Ye said. That was a choice to sign a contract to give your body into slavery for a certain amount of years, but you should get that back, which is land or whatever. Call it the 40 acres and a mule. Crazy, ain't it? And what if some of the people wasn't even getting their 40 acres and a mule after their contract is up? Because you know, at the other side be playing. I'm just saying though. So when you talking about that shit was a choice, think about that. Everybody else was a POW, prisoners of war, because if somebody running your land and take over and enslave you, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So I do remember in the history book in class that word indentured servant, but I didn't penetrate it. All I know is civilization, Egypt, slavery, and then Revolutionary War and Industrial Revolution, factories building up, steel, Bethlehem steel, all that shit, right? And then we nowadays age. When I came around in the 80s and computers in the 90s and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And best to behold, all this computer technology shit is coming from the cosmos. It's just here manifesting in the physical. What's up there, so is above is below and shit. But yet, it's like they're lying to us so much. Everything's a conspiracy. You don't know what to believe. It's lies. So yo, indentured servant, man. People sign up for that shit. Not my usual setting, you know. I like to walk in bed, but man, today was a little bit cold. But I had to get this download off, and I'd rather get in the car and just get it off now. You know, I got a bunch of stuff on my list to get through. And Indentured Servant was actually on one of the first lists I made. It's not even in my book right here. It's not even my book. It's all scribbled up. You know, it's all scribbled up. It's in the other book because I'm looking for it. But I finally got the information I needed, and then the rest of the download is coming from everybody else that's rolling with the God. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has energy to want to get his information through me, using me to channel this, you know what I mean? John was star. But he ain't crazy when he said it was a choice, because indentured servant is actually slavery, you know? Because the POWs that they caught up and enslaved, they were shipping them across seas. The natives, POW, us, carbonated beans. Let's say American Indian, whatever the case is. Different languages. But you gotta look at the fact and look beneath everything. They were actually shipping them to Europe and shipping them all over the other parts of the world. Crazy, ain't it? You know what I mean? Because remember, they conquered all over that side of the world first. They conquered that part of the world. And then they headed over here. You know what I'm saying? Where everything started, where everything came from. And once they conquered over here, and then the curriculum system, they mixed it up, whitewashed it and everything. Because I will not forget those there's Greek mythology. I will not forget those stories, man. Because when other gods are sharing information, other people just are giving all this information that's vital, put it together. You know? And the cosmos is vast. Our mind is vast like the cosmos, because we are built like the cosmos. We are built like in the image of the cosmos. Close your eyes and you can travel. You know what I'm saying? And this is where the illusion effect comes in. The holographic, the holographic earth. You know, it's all a hologram. Because your soul, your spirit, and body. And it want to seem like the soul is projecting the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And the spirit controls the body right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're talking about astral traveling and all of that. And me personally, still working on that, the traveling. Because I'm new to these information that's been around here forever. We all asleep. At some point, you're gonna wake up. Now, how you gonna hear it, receive it, and take it in so you can pull it out? You know, do your part, and I'm gonna do my part. And I'm in conscious life philosophy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my part from this vibration I'm feeling. You see what I'm saying? Because each one teach one, and through the reasoning, we can get the understanding, so we can take it in and use it for ourselves, so we can grow. And yeah, we in this game, man. The Matrix is a game, and it's set up. It's set up to make you think it's not a game, you know. And it's so ill crazy how they're trying to say this is it. This is the only thing, but it's not. There's a whole dynamic network to this thing. You know what I mean? And life is just a concept, part of this thing. Life is it's like you build an idea and you put it down in your network. You write down the idea, and this is the projection of it. You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy is this, right? People then hijack the entire idea and inserted their selves in to control the idea. You know what I mean? And controlling the idea is taking your energy, taking all the energy, you know what I'm saying? Genuine style. I would say walk and talk in this one, but we're just holding the vibe, yo, because that's the vibe I'm on right now, you know what I'm saying? And Indentured Servants was a topic I wanted to look at, because even when, right, I was in school, and I didn't really understand much they were trying to teach us, because it was such nonsense. I didn't understand the nonsense, only the real stuff, right? So, but Indentured Servant stuck around for a reason, man. It stuck around for a reason, even though the definition, I don't know what the hell, because I left school 11th grade. I ended up messing around, ended up staying back. Then I was like, you know what? You do job corps? What's that? And then I cut. Other people that stopped going overall, you know what I'm saying? Because the education system just to mess you up, man. You know? But you know what I realized about that education system? You need that for the Matrix game. Because the harder you go in the education system, the more successful you can become in the Matrix game. But at the same time, the more successful you are, you're going to lose yourself. Because you're giving all your energy to the Matrix game. And no energy to who you are to yourself. You know what I mean? And you might just get stuck in that loop. And then when you blink, you're getting older and older, and you spend no time looking into you. No time understanding your reason. You know what I'm saying? Shit, not even realizing this is a game. And the game is building up your character for the next level of ascensions in the different dimensions that involve in existence. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, yo. So much different perspective in this consciousness that we are in. So much different perspective, but to each his own, you know. But at the same time, we can all learn from each other, you know. So I'm looking at a philosophy like this, man. In order for things to get better, everyone should build themselves up, you know. Build themselves, build their family up. And once everybody is strong and tight, that's when we come together. You know what I mean? And that's how come a physical change can happen. You have to do the change yourself, you know? And within that change, you build your strength. Solidify. You know what I mean? Solidify in the inner who you are, what you're about. You know what I mean? Genuine style. Just holding the vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of understanding in this matrix of all the nonsense that just to throw you off. And they thing they call history. Miss the history, you know what I mean? To really keep it a mystery.